Does your company have a work from home policy in place? Previously, companies have regarded a work from home policy as optional. But with the COVID-19 pandemic, many people are still forced to work from home, which means that a quality work from home policy has become necessary for many employers. Today, we will be discussing the elements necessary for creating an effective work from home policy for your company. I'm Raid, here with Jotform. Let's get started. Having a good work from home policy in place will ensure that your team functions well when working remotely. Not only that, but a generous work from home policy will help you to retain and attract top talent. Once everyone is able to get back into the office, they will likely want to be able to work from home occasionally. First, you'll want to figure out which employees are eligible to work from home. There are certain jobs that can easily be done at home or in the office. And there are other jobs that are best suited for an office environment where you can talk to people in person, get the answers you need quickly, and establish a physical connection with coworkers. When determining which employees can work from home, you should consider factors like their position, whether they have a salary or work hourly, how much time they spent at the company, as well as the performance metric. Once you have figured out which employees can work from home, you'll have to create a process for employees to apply to work from home. And be sure to designate someone to oversee and approve the requests. Take the time to set up some ground rules for working from home. Your employees should understand both your priorities and expectations when working remotely. Expectations will vary depending on the company and the position. However, employees should always understand your expectations regarding availability, communication, and performance. How you choose to track performance will depend greatly on your company, industry, and position. Since employees won't be working together in one office, managers are unable to see how an employee spends their day. This means that they will need a way to make sure employees are getting their work done. This could mean setting up clear benchmarks, goals, or deliverables to reach within a certain time period. This could also require putting in a specific amount of time and having a digital process to track that time. You should also set realistic expectations when it comes to communication and availability. Working from home means that employees won't always be available for instant interaction. For example, you may expect your employees to be available for meetings at certain times, respond to messages within a specified time frame, or have their working hours coincide with a designated time period. Setting up working hours is especially important when it comes to hybrid teams. This means that some employees are working in the office and some work from home. It is impossible to expect that remote workers will communicate at the same speed as workers who share an office. Your communication will look different with your remote employees too. You'll have to get used to asynchronous communication, so they won't always be able to get back to you right away. Working with remote employees requires a lot of trust. Lay out all of your employees' goals, then give them the time that they need to get their work done. Even though your employees are working from home, they should still be expected to present themselves professionally. This is especially important if their job requires interacting with people outside of the company. People often joke about working in your pajamas when at home, but it's important to maintain a certain level of professionalism even when you're working from home. You might also expect your remote workers to use a proper webcam and neutral background when on video calls with clients. And of course, employees should not drink while working, and they should always use appropriate language. When it comes to working remotely, your employees will need various tools to work from home comfortably. Figure out what technology tools are needed for your team to work from home. You will probably need some type of collaboration software, video conferencing software, and project management software. While it is reasonable to expect workers to have their own workspace at home, many companies have decided to provide their team members with a laptop and other hardware accessories. This is helpful when it comes to security and performance. And if you would provide technical support in the office, then you should provide that to remote workers as well. If a worker is experiencing technical issues at home, it's best to have someone available to get on a video call with them to solve these issues. It's also important that you establish technology security standards. Work closely with your IT department to establish a security policy for remote workers. All of your data and network security policies should be expanded to cover remote workers. This includes policies regarding antivirus software, firewalls, encryption, remote access, and wiping, and what equipment is allowed. It's also a good idea for companies to require strong passwords, as well as using a company password management solution on all company accounts. And if your employees will be working from public spaces, then you should require them to use a virtual private network. No matter what your policy ends up looking like, it's important that you create a balance between on-site policies and new policies regarding remote work. Okay, let's review. When it comes to creating a work from home policy, there are a few things that you want to keep in mind. Tell your employees exactly what you expect from them when working remotely. Create a schedule specifying their availability and find a way to track their performance. Provide them with the proper tools to work remotely, and be sure to update your technology security standards for people working from home. With these elements, you'll definitely be able to formulate a policy that meets your standards and allows your workers to thrive. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm Raid here with Jotform. Bye.